Hey guys, welcome to this video lecture series on the subject of polymer science and technology. I'm Harsh Panchal, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In previous video, we have understand the random degradation and we have also seen the chain and degradation process. If you have missed that video, you can find it in the I button over here. Now, having said that, let's just continue with the random degradation in this video. We have said that this random degradation is the process of the degradation that can take place anywhere in the long chain, right? So there is not a specific location in the polymer chain where this random degradation can take place. And we have also seen this particular example for the random degradation process. Now let's understand the practical example of this random degradation process. You can see here I have taken the example of the polyester like this. So when this polyester starts to degrade in the random fashion, it will produce molecule like this. You can see here in the random degradation, polymer need not necessarily carry any active site, which means in order to undergo the random degradation process, polymer does not require to have any active site. In the chain and polymerization technique, we have seen that monomer or the polymer need to have carbon ion which act as the free radical. But in the case of random degradation method, we do not need any kind of active ion or any kind of free radicals. Almost all type of the polymer can undergo this random degradation process. The specific example that we are going to focus here is the polyester. Here in this image you can see that this is our polyester which has the functional group of the COOR. Let me just take a pen which has the functional group of COOR like this. So when this polyester combine with the water, your polyester means nothing but a cloth, kind of a cloth, which when wash it, it will degrade, right? So this is your practical example. We usually wash our clothes and our clothes starts to degrade because ultimately they are being made up of the polymer known as the polyester. So here is the polyester functional group which degrade when we wash it with the water. So how actually it degrades? You can see here that your active group is being replaced with this acid, that is your COOH, carboxylic acid. So your ester group is now replaced with the carboxylic acid. That means this specific R is being now attacked with the hydrogen from the H2O and it will replace here. So we have now carboxylic acid and 1 mole of OH group will be liberated out, right? So this is what the random degradation process. We have already seen that in the random degradation process, practically no monomer is being generated. So you can see here that we have one long chain with the carboxylic acid as the functional group and another product with the functional group of the hydroxy. So now let's understand one more example for the random degradation process of the polyethylene, right? So here I have long chain of the polyethylene like this, right? So how this polyethylene degrade in a random fashion? Now let's focus on this particular carbon. You can see here, let's suppose a random degradation process take place at this specific carbon-carbon bond here, right? So what will happen now is these two carbon will migrate with each other. When this particular polyethylene will undergo this random degradation process, these two carbon like here and here will migrate with each other and it will make a double bond. You can see here now this particular hydrogen here, right? This particular hydrogen is being now shifted. So it will have double bond like this. Here you can see that this particular hydrogen is now shifted from here to here. So you can see that we have now CH3 at this place, right? Which shows that two carbon ions are now migrated with each other, and their respective hydrogen is shifted from one carbon to another carbon. That's why we have here CH3, and this particular carbon has CH2 because it has to make one more bond with this specific carbon here, right? So you can see that we have here double bond because one hydrogen is now from shifted from this particular carbon to this particular carbon, right? So we have here CH3. So this is what the another type of the random degradation process. After discussing this random and chain and polymer degradation, we will focus on the types of the degradation process. Here on the screen you can see that degradation process has many types, or we can classify the degradation in number of ways. The first classification is your thermal degradation. So basically thermal degradation is the degradation of any polymer when it is applied to the heat effect. So you can see here it is the degradation of the polymer as a result of overheating. So whenever your polymer will receive more heat, that is it is being overheated, then it will degrade, and that term can be referred as the thermal degradation. This chain growth polymers can degrade by this thermolysis by high temperature to the monomer. So your polymer, particularly chain polymer, are more affected with this thermal degradation, and it will degrade on the application of the high temperature, and it will produce small monomers. Now if we discuss to the further classification of this degradation process, then we have photo-induced degradation, right? Majority of the polymer are degraded with this photo-induced effect. You can see here most of the polymer can degrade by photolysis to give a monomer. Electromagnetic waves with the visible energy of the visible light or higher rays are usually involved in such reactions. So the electromagnetic waves of different spectrum, that are either it can be visible rays, or it can be infrared, or even it can be gamma rays, right? These all rays affect polymer in one or another ways. So this is why our polymer starts to decay, or it is start to decompose. So this kind of the reaction we referred as the photo-induced degradation of the polymers. Then the next classification of this can be chemical degradation. It is the type of polymer degradation that involves change of the polymer properties due to chain chemical reactions. So with application of the chemical reaction such as oxidation, reduction, or any another type which involve chemicals such as oxygen, ozone, acid, and different alkalis, affect the properties of the polymer, and it starts to degrade from its original shape. This kind of the reaction are referred as the chemical degradation, in which any kind of a chemical is responsible for the degradation of the polymer. Now moving to the last type of the degradation, that is your biological degradation. Biological plastic can be biologically degraded by means of microorganism to give smaller molecule of the monomer. So some kind of the polymer undergo this biodegradable process as well. They automatically degrade by the means of the microorganism, which are mainly responsible for the such kind of the degradation of the polymer. And after degradation, we ultimately get a small size of the monomers. So this was the all classification of this degradation process. Now let's specifically focus on the thermal degradation first. So here on the screen you can see that this thermal degradation may follow either of the routes. That means it can also be the chain and degradation process, or it can also be the random degradation process. So now let's see how these two phenomena can be covered with this thermal degradation process, or how this actually polymer degrade with the application of the heat. So in the case of chain degradation process, you can see that if it follows chain and degradation, we will get pure monomer. So at the application of the heat, your long chain of the polymer will start to degrade from the last monomer, and it will ultimately produce pure form of the monomer. As we have already understand in the previous lecture that the chain and degradation is referred when your chain is start to degrade from the end monomer, right? So in the thermal degradation, its same application is being here. You can see that it is if it follows chain and degradation, we will ultimately get the pure monomer at the every successive step of the degradation. So what happens with the thermal degradation in case of the random degradation? You can see here that random degradation lead to the formation of the host product. So we can say that with this type of the degradation, we are not going to get a pure monomer, but we are going to get a group of the monomer which is being released when the application of the heat, and it ultimately termed as the thermal degradation process. Now, in upcoming videos, we will discover how this thermal degradation process take place with the actual example of the monomers. We will also try to understand what are the different significant effects that affect this entire polymer chain. That means the carbon-carbon bond between two specific monomers. And we will also understand how this thermal degradation process can change different properties. Either it can be chemical properties or the physical properties of your long chain of the polymers. So this was all about this video. We have understand what do we mean by the random degradation with the example of the ester and with the polyethylene, right? And we have also understand the classification of the degradation process. We have classified it in a 4 categories. The first one is your thermal degradation. Then we have understand the photo-induced degradation. Then we have seen the chemical degradation. And lastly, we have understand what do we mean by biological degradation. And we have shift our focus from the classification to the thermal degradation process, in which we have said that it is the influenced by the application of the heat. And it can also be taken in the two form. Either it can also perform this chain and degradation, or it can also perform random degradation. Now we will see you in the next video. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.